Hey, this is Mrs. Dietz, and welcome to American Literature. Most of you had me last year as a teacher in this class, so you already know the drill, but you can still watch the video and use it kind of like a refresher. To those of you that are new, I just want to welcome you to class and tell you that I'm super excited that you're joining us. This video should be really short. I just wanted to kind of introduce you to our class and give you some pointers on how you can start your first day of class. The first thing you need to do today is read your K-mail. Most likely you've already read your K-mail today, and it kind of gives you step-by-step instructions for what you need to do today. If you haven't done that, make sure you log into your K-mail and you read your K-mails this morning. The second thing you need to do is you need to go to the class news section in our class, which I think you've already done because you're watching this video, and read through the announcement that I have for you there. You could count on reading, 1 to 2 announcements in the class news section from me a week. And so it's always good practice to check that section first thing when you log into the class. So if you just kind of skipped through and went to the video right away, make sure you go back through and you read through that announcement that's there in the class news section for you. Once you've done that and that's checked off your list, I want you to go to the class content section of our class. The class content section of our class holds all of the units that we're going to do together this semester. It also contains some really important information that you need to keep on hand to get you started with class, as well as it's just good to kind of have on hand if you ever have questions or you need to contact me. So once you get to the class content section, I want you to go to course materials. There are 2 things that you need to do. Well, actually, there's a couple things you need to do. The first thing is I want you to go to the syllabus and I want you to download it, save it to your computer, and then print yourself a copy. The second thing you need to do in this section is go to the teacher contact information section. If you click on that, it lists all of my contact information. So it gives you my email in case there's ever a situation where K-mail is down and you need to use that. It gives you my phone number. It gives you my office hours, which are Monday through Thursday, 11 to 12 Mountain Time. And it also gives you the time period for our Class Connect session. And we'll meet in Class Connect every Monday from 9 to 10 a.m. Mountain Time, 8 to 9 a.m. Pacific Time. Make sure that you write this down and maybe save it to your computer as well. Once you've done that, you can travel back to our class homepage and you can actually get started working on our course material. You'll notice that you already have things loaded in the class plan for you to start working on. And there's 2 things that you need to do today. There's a semester introduction, assignment 1.01, and then there's another one just titled Introduction at 1.02. So before you check out a class today, you need to go to both of these items on the calendar, access those lessons, and complete them. For those of you that are new, our class plan section is where your assignments and lessons are loaded. I usually keep it loaded at least 2 weeks out so that you can work ahead or you can kind of look ahead and see what's coming next. But your class plan should list the lesson that we're working on for the day, as well as any assignments that are due. Now, before I let you guys go, I just want to point out some important areas in our classroom. The first one is the class plan section, which I've already talked about. So in the class plan, you'll have all of our lessons that are assigned to you for that day, as well as anything that's due. There's a couple different ways for you to view your class plan. It's always going to be available on the home page, but if you want to get some more detail, you can go ahead and click on class plan and you can view it as the whole month. So here is a viewing, or here is a look at our class plan for the entire month of January. And then if you go up here, you've got these little arrows to help you navigate. So you can go ahead and you can kind of look ahead. And I even have it loaded for the most part for February. So your class plan is going to list all of the assignments as well as those important due dates. And so make sure that when you log in every day, you go directly to your class plan to see what you have in store for you and what's due. My suggestion is that on Mondays, you go to your class plan and you write down everything that you have coming up for that week. Then you can kind of keep a checklist and stay on top of it so you make sure you don't fall behind. Okay, another important area of our class that I want to point out to you is the class news. And I already talked about this earlier, but I'm going to be posting weekly announcements in the class news section. Sometimes I'll post more than weekly announcements. Sometimes you'll get 2 or sometimes 3 when I get a little bit announcement happy. But this section is going to be an important section of class. It's a way for me to keep you updated on things that are coming up and things that are due. It's a way for me to also share different resources with you. And it's also just a way for me to give you quick reminders on things. So make sure you always check this class news section. Another area of our class that you want to be aware of is the grades tab. The grades tab works as your grade book, and so anytime that you click on the grades tab, you're going to see all of the assignments that are in the grade book with your corresponding grade. Anytime you see a 0 in the grade section, that assignment is missing. Make sure that you get it into me right away. Another important area of our class is this progress tab. I'm signed in as a teacher right now, but if I was signed in as a student and I clicked on the progress tab, the progress tab is going to display for you your grade in the class. It's also going to show you any missing work that you might have and work that's coming up. So it's an important area of our class that you kind of want to make sure that you're accessing on a regular basis so you can keep tabs on where you're at in this class. As far as these other tabs go, the content tab up here links to this tab over here. So everything that you see in class content, you'll also find over here in content. And again, everything that you see in this plan section right here, you'll also see down here in the class plan section. I think that pretty much summarizes how to navigate our online classroom, as well as what you need to do to start off. Make sure that you send me a K-mail right away, or you give me a phone call, or stop by live help if you run into any questions or you have any concerns. I'm super excited to get this semester started, and I hope that your first day of school goes great. I'll see you guys soon.